We're doing a little shop my stash today. I take you along with me as I go through my makeup collection and choose what products I'm going to use for this look right here. I will say I had a big pile of PR that has been sitting on this dresser for months, for a very, very long time. So I pulled a lot of those products. So some of the products in this video are going to be first impressions for you guys. Other ones I have tried a couple times, so I give you my reviews on them, but I haven't really shown them on camera. And then other ones are just good old favorites that I love so much. I make this look right here for you guys. I do like how it turns out. I think it is very pretty. So without further ado, let's go back in time, shop my stash, and then I will show you how I got this look right here. Okay, I have had this pile of PR just sitting up here on top of my dresser for what feels like years at this point of my life, so I'm definitely going to be pulling from here quite often for quite a few products to test out. The first one being this Urban Decay palette. So this is their Naked Shaped palette. This is the warmer one because it slides up. So this has been sitting here for a while. I've been wanting to try it out. I just haven't for whatever reason. So we are trying it out today, which I'm really excited about. So that'll be for eyes. We'll move over here for primers. I have used this one quite a few times, but I haven't used it on my channel before. So I am intrigued to tell you guys my thoughts on it. So let's use this NYX Marshmallow Primer as my primer today. Okay, then for foundations, I'm not gonna lie, I've been using nothing but the Natasha Denona foundation here recently. However, it's been a minute since I used the Huda Beauty, can I speak? It's been a minute since I used the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I don't think I like this, you guys. I don't think I like this, but I want to try it out again, and if I end up not liking it today, I'll probably see if a friend wants it. Okay, coming back to my pile for concealer, I picked up this one from Morphe recently, and I've used it a couple times, so I want to show you guys my thoughts on camera. This is their Wake Up Artist Concealer. And then for powder for my under eyes, I want to use this one right here from Laura Mercier. This is their Secret Brightening Under Eye Setting Powder, which I actually really, really love this stuff in translucent. However, this is in the soft pink shade. So I want to try this out under my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I also ended up picking up the Morphe. This is just their translucent, Bacon Set Setting Powder. I heard really, really good things about this, so it made me want to try it out. Oh, okay, that's powders. Don't need powders. Then over here for brows, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Super Lock Tinted Brow Gel. This is so good. I've talked about it a couple times on my channel, but I don't think I've shown it in action. Then for highlight, let's pick one I haven't used in a really long time. That's kind of the point of these shop my stashes, right? Try to get into your, makeup that you haven't reached for in a while. Let's go with, this Nabla one. Yeah, haven't used this in a while. I used to love it though. Alrighty, blush. I do have a couple up here though. I've got this Pixie On The Glow blush, which I have in a different shade and I love. And then I also have this Laura Mercier one. I think I might try the Laura Mercier. So this is their blush color infusion, just their blush in the shade Strawberry, which does look like a really beautiful, just pinky tone. I'm not really into a matte blush these days, but let's go ahead and give it a go. For bronzer, I don't really have a new one that I haven't shown you guys yet, I don't think. So let's go with the Charlotte Tilbury because I haven't used this in a while on my channel. And then also we'll do let's go with the Givenchy again. Well, no, I just used that one in my last video, my Sephora haul try on. Maybe let's go with my Lancome. This is my other new one that I think I've only tried once on here for you guys. So I want to give you my thoughts again because it's pricey. It's pricey. So let me try this one again for you. Mascara, I want to reach back up into my pile and try the Kosas Soul Gazer. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like trying mascaras. I pretty much only like the one mascara I always wear, the Clio Kill Lash, but you know what? We'll try out a new one today. I've heard good things about this from other people, so let's try this out today. Coming up here for setting sprays. I know I only used the Janessa Myricks once on camera. I'm still forming my thoughts on that, but I actually want to use the NYX, the face glue. I bought this at the same time as the Marshmallow primer. Honestly, I feel like I should have got the face glue primer instead of the Marshmallow one, but that's okay. We're gonna use this out today. I think I might decide on lips in a little bit. Once I've got the rest of my makeup done, I don't like deciding on a lip product before I do the rest of my makeup. I just don't really know what the vibe is going to be and what color I'm going to be feeling. So let me go ahead and just stick with this for now, and I'll pick a lippy in a little bit. Okay, perfect timing. As soon as I wrapped up filming that last clip of my shopping my stash, I got an email saying my Reveal beauty order had been delivered. So this is the lip product we're going to try out today. I went ahead and picked up one of their soft definition longwear lip liners, and I picked up the shade Fig, and then I also picked up two of their Effortless lips. I love these, you guys. I love them so much. I cannot recommend them enough. I picked up Lily again because I've already went through one, and the one that I have, my second one, it's almost gone as well. And then I also picked up the shade Daisy. So I'm gonna try out Daisy. Hopefully it goes with Fig. I'm not entirely sure. And then just for funsies, I did go ahead and pick up their Signature Skin Dream Barrier Cream as well. I've just heard really good things about this. It's a moisturizer, so I don't know how special it can be, but I'm excited to try it out. So that will be the lippy combination that we try out today. Please ignore Jupiter that decided to join this video with me today. Okay, I did already prime with the Ulta Beauty Matte Veil Longwear Eye Primer. For my eyeshadow palette, we are going in with the Urban Decay. This is their Naked Shaped Multitasking Palette. It's got creams, mattes, shimmers, glimmers. It's got it all for you. It says on the box to shape, shade, define, and sculpt with our versatile palette, 14 multitasking neutrals in boundary breaking textures. Made to layer blend in rule bend for endless neutral looks. So they have a warm palette as well as a cool palette. They sent me the warm one in PR. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's cool. It's like wavy. There's like a cool design on it. And then the back just has a sticker with all of the different shade names. But with this one, you're going to go ahead and slide it up, which is just interesting. I think they're trying to be innovative with this packaging, which is cool. It's something different, but did we need it to slide up? Probably not. It feels a little cheap. It feels a little like plasticky and cheap and lightweight, if I do say so myself. However, I like it. I like how it looks. I think it's nice. The circular is interesting, you know. Again, I think they're just trying to make it pop and stand out a little bit more than other just plain neutral palettes, which is, it's at the end of the day. That's what this is. This is a plain neutral, warm leaning palette. How much different can it be from all the other neutral, warm leaning palettes on the market? I don't know. I guess we shall see today. So all of these out here are going to be powder formulations, and then these four right here in the middle are going to be cream. Okay, they feel interesting. They feel very lackluster, like they have no pigmentation. Okay, dug my fingers in a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how much of the cream I'm gonna actually use. Yeah, they seem very dry. They seem very lackluster, like they don't have a lot of pigmentation going on, like I just said. And they swatch pretty terribly. They swatch pretty terribly. That doesn't mean they're not gonna go really well on the eyes. However, I know myself. I'm not going to use the creams. I'm not going to use the creams. That's just not something that I use in my everyday makeup routine. The Makeup by Mario, no, not the Makeup by Mario. The Patrick Ta palettes have creams in them. I don't use those either. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this shade right here and put it into my crease. With a fluffy Refer 27. Putting on a second layer. That's nice. It's very warm. It's very warm, which I know this is a warm leaning palette, but it's definitely very warm. I don't love warm shadows, but the quality is nice. It is going to have like some kick up in the pan, if you can see there. Not terrible, not anything like Urban Decay or Makeup by Mario. Not Makeup by Mario, I keep saying that. Or Patrick Ta, sorry. But it does have some kick up in the pan. Just noting that for anyone that bothers. Doesn't bother me. That's looking a little warm. So I'm actually going to take this shade right here. We're just going to pop that on top. Just to kind of subdue it a little bit. I don't know if that did anything. Yeah. It's doing a little something. Not a lot. Okay, it did a little something. Moving on. Next, we're going to, I think I'm just going to bop between these two because that looks a little bit warmer and this one looks slightly cooler in this warm palette. We're just going to mix the two of those shades on a BK Beauty 206 and we're going to put that on the outer corner. Okay, these are not really giving me too much depth. I thought they were going to be a little darker. Layer them up. Yeah, okay, they're not getting as dark as I want, and there is this shade right here that I could deepen it, but that looks very dark. Like the jump between these two to here is pretty drastic. I'm gonna try it out anyways. I lightly tapped into that dark one. Getting slightly patchy on here, but if you are new to my channel, everything gets patchy there on me. Took those two lighter shades again, mixed together. Also, a thing I'm noticing right now is that I am bopping between these two shades and they are getting into the creams right next door to it, which the Patrick Ta palettes that have creams on them, they have a little flap that covers it, so that's not an issue. This is definitely becoming an issue right here. If you can see, the two powders are getting into the creams right next door, which is just kind of poor planning. You don't really want powder shadows into your cream shadows. Not that I'm going to be using them very often, but if you are someone that would use those creams, just noting that they're getting powdery right now. Yeah, it's definitely getting patchy on me. Like I said, it usually gets patchy here on the inner portion of my eye. That's nothing new. That always happens to me with any eyeshadows. However, it's getting a little patchy out here too. If you can you see that? You have to be able to see that. Come on, you can see that, right? Yeah, that's definitely getting a little patchy. I don't love that. Okay, we got some shimmers to choose from. We got some really pretty shimmers to choose from, which I am excited about. So we have all four of the shimmers right here. Let's go ahead and swatch them. Ooh, get that last one. Okay, so these are pretty. Nothing revolutionary, but they are very pretty. They look very, very shimmery. So I think I'm going to try to use at least two on these little small eyeballs of mine. So I'm going to put glitter primer on the portion of my lid right here that doesn't have any eyeshadow. And I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put this sparkly one on the inner portion and then this one more towards the middle. Almost put my eye primer back on. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to grab my NYX glitter primer. I had to get a new one of this, even though my old one wasn't completely gone yet, because it like busted out right here. And it was like oozing out the side, which was a bummer. It was almost gone, so I wasn't like too upset. And this is pretty affordable. It's like $6 or $6.50, I think, which it lasts forever. I've literally been using this stuff for years and years, and this is my third tube. And like I said, I could have used the second one longer. It just broke on me, which I thought was weird. But we're going to take this one on my index finger and this one on my middle finger. And we're going to tap, tap, tap. These are pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. It's definitely like giving me some sparkle, some dimension. This will be good for the upcoming holidays because it is giving quite a bit of glitter into the eyes. Almost like their moon dust shadows. Not quite that glittery and impactful, but gives the same vibe, in my opinion. Same thing on the other eye. Even though I switched fingers, so that might be confusing to some of you guys. Sorry about that. Do I think there's anything like revolutionary about this palette or anything that you need to run out and buy? No, nothing in my opinion. The matte's got a little tiny bit patchy on me. And the shimmers are pretty, but this isn't anything that you couldn't get from Natasha Denona, which a lot of you guys probably already own. That's a very popular makeup brand or eyeshadow brand, or even ColourPop. Like the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop, you're going to be able to get a very similar eye look as this, and that's going to be way more affordable of a price tag. And looking at the palette right here, I can't really see too many other options that you could make with this palette. Like, yes, there are other like shades I didn't reach into, but all the shimmers, I just wiped them off, but before when I had them swatched, they all looked pretty similar. All the mattes look pretty similar. Like, you're not going to be able to get a ton of different looks out of this palette. I don't think that that was really the intention Urban Decay had making this, but you know, it's pretty, it's nice. I like the look that I made, but it's nothing that you probably don't already have in your collection. You know what I mean? Okay, next up for primer, I'm going to be using the NYX the Marshmallow Primer. This has marshmallow root in it. I'm not gonna lie, I heard really good things about this primer. It is a really thick, moussey sort of texture and consistency, and it does have a sweet, like marshmallowy sort of scent to it. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't love this primer. I don't know what it is about it. I almost feel like it doesn't really sink into the skin. And when I use it, I don't love my foundation over top of it, which is probably not good news for the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation because I'm already on the fence about that. So to put it on top of a primer I don't love in general, probably not the best for it, but I don't know. I just feel like it feels a little slippy, like too slippy almost, and it doesn't really sink into my skin. It almost just sits on top and makes my skin look just not its best. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't like how it sits on my skin and how it makes my foundation looks, which is the whole point of a primer. I'm going to keep trying it out. I haven't totally written it off yet. As of right now, I'm not loving it, and I actually don't like the scent. It is like a more sweet marshmallowy scent, but I don't like it, actually. It's like too fake smelling. Like previously mentioned, we are going to go ahead and use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. And this I have the shade Cashew 140G. I just don't remember how I feel about this. Actually, I do remember not liking it. So we're going to see how I like it today. I'm just going to rub some on my skin. And then take my sponge and start applying it. This is looking kind of light on me. No, it matches my neck. It matches my neck. I just feel like I think I'm a little bit tanner than I am. Yeah. No, I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. I don't understand. So many people like this foundation. A lot of people. Maybe not more, maybe not like now, but when it first launched a couple months ago or earlier this year, when did this come out? I don't even know. Time is not real. You guys, it's already December. What the heck? I don't understand how 2025 is almost over. But anyways, when this first launched, a lot of people were liking it and giving it high remarks, high reviews. And I just, not one of those people, you guys, not one of those people. It's just not sitting on my skin very well. Now, that could be the primer. That could be the primer. I already stated I don't really like that primer. That was poor planning on my part. I'll have to try both of these again, especially this foundation. But just seeing how it's sitting on my skin right now, it's like emphasizing the dryness on my forehead, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. It's not looking really good on my nose either. And I do remember this going in my smile lines very badly, which it kind of already is, if you can see there. Yeah, I just don't think this is looking good on my skin. And it seems to be emphasizing my pores a little bit as well. And I don't feel like it has enough coverage for me personally. A lot of people like it for its coverage and how it like perfects their face. And to me, you can still see a lot of my redness peeking through, that huge zit peeking through, the redness along my nose. So it's not really covering up as much as I would want it to. But next up, we're going to try out the Morphe. This is their Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer. And this I picked up the shade Ivory 3N. It's a little light. It's a little light, you guys, which is funny because it's 3N. And normally I'm like, that's like the darkest I can go in a concealer or like a foundation. But as you are going to be able to see when I apply it, it's a little light. It is. I'm going to put some down here, which I feel like it might be a mistake, just to add some coverage and even out my complexion, like color-wise. But regardless of the shade of it, I think I like this concealer. I've used it a couple times in the past. I do think the shade throws me off a tiny bit, but it ends up looking pretty decent on my under eyes. And it gives a pretty good amount of coverage as well, which is always appreciated. I think I'm taking that back. I think I just lied to you guys straight to your face for like 30 seconds straight. This is not looking good on my under eyes right now. Ooh, what the heck? Maybe I just put too much on? I don't know. I mean, I can't really like gaslight myself that much because like I know how to apply makeup. Like I've been applying makeup for a really, really long time. I don't want to like initially be like, oh, it's my fault. I put on too much when like sometimes products just don't work out, you know? I feel like a lot of us do that. We immediately blame it on ourselves. Like, I put too much on. I applied it the wrong way. And it's like, no, maybe it's just a crap product. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying this concealer is. I'm just saying in general, I definitely need to get a little bit better about that. This does not look good, especially right here. I don't know what happened right here in between my eyebrows. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it on camera, unfortunately. But it's just looking so dry, like it's going into every single solitary little line in my face. And I'm not even talking about wrinkles. I'm just talking about like the line, it's like the skin on my face, the texture on my face from like dryness or whatever. I don't even know. It looks terrible. It's bunching right here at my eyebrows, beginning of my eyebrows. And I think it's this concealer that's doing that because it didn't look like that before. And I did put a little concealer there. So I don't like that at all, actually. And it's looking pretty dry. It's creasing already, but like ignore that. I don't know if you can tell, it's looking really dry on my under eyes. Let's see if the Laura Mercier under eye powder can save this. So for setting on my under eyes, we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Setting Powder in the shade Soft Pink. I have used this for years at this point, but it's always been the translucent shade of it. And this one is soft pink. So it's not white, but it's pink. Oh, it's actually way pinker than I thought it was going to be. It's still pretty light, but it definitely does have that tinge of pink to it. I like this powder, at least the translucent one, because it is very, very finely milled. It is so just like airy and silky smooth when you touch it. And this one seems to be the same exact texture. It's just gonna be a little different shade, obviously. It's just so like finely milled and silky is the word I can think of to describe it. And because of that, in the past, it has worked really well on my under eyes, not making them extra dry and like setting them down without it being too much. I just got some on my puff, or too cakey, you know? Sure. I mean, it looks pretty much exactly the same as the translucent one. I know it's supposed to have like a pinky tint to it, and that's supposed to be brightening, but I actually feel like just the plain translucent one is more brightening on me than this pink one. I still think it looks good. I seem to set down my concealer very nicely. It is looking dry, but it was already looking dry previous to the powder, so I don't necessarily think it's the powder. Yeah, I like this. I'll use it. I mean, it's pretty similar to the translucent one. And the next to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna use, oh crap, hold on. I have a cream bronzer. I forgot about that. So let's use this really quickly. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Fair. You guys almost let me set down my face without using my cream contour. How dare you? Okay, I used this the other day, so there's pretty much like product still left on there from when I used it before. I think I brought my like powder on my under eyes over a little bit too much. I can see powder right here, which is right where I'm about to put this cream bronzer. So I'm going to try to keep it away from the powder. I did not even think that through when I set my under eyes just now, but that's okay. I think we're going to be able to make it work. This is a good cream bronzer. Before this fair shade, I had the fair medium shade, which at the time was the lightest shade, and it just like did not work out for me. It was way too dark, and it ended up getting like patchy on me and just didn't look right. So when they released the fair shade, I was really excited about it, and I pretty much bought it immediately. And it works out so much better for me than the fair medium shade. As you can see, I'm chit-chatting as I'm blending it in, and it's blending in really nice and easily. You do have to work a little fast. It does dry down kind of fast. Not too fast where you have zero time, but I wouldn't like apply it and like take a phone call, you know? I would definitely start blending it out as soon as you put it on your skin. I haven't really talked about this too much on my channel, I don't feel like, but it's a good one. Alrighty, now we can set the rest of my face. So for that, we're going to use the Morphe Translucent Bake and Set Setting Powder. I bought this because a lot of people, not a lot of people, the couple of YouTube people that I still watch here about makeup, were talking about this, saying it's very blurring. I don't know, guys. I don't think it is. I feel like I'm being pretty negative right now, but I want to talk to you guys about the newer-ish products that I have been trying out, and also try some new ones with you on camera. So I want to be honest with you guys, and I just don't think that's blurring. Do you still see all my pores peeking through? All my pores. Yeah, this is definitely not blurring, in my opinion. I don't hate it. It's not the worst powder I've ever tried. It's not like super thick where it's like cakey. It's not super drying. It's a little bit. It's a little bit drying. But inherently every powder is a little bit drying because that's the point of it. Set down your face and get rid of any like oils or shine that you have. Like, would I pick this over my Ami Colé one? No. Or the Huda Beauty one, her Easy Bake powder. I've been back in love with that. I love that powder so much. I've been using it nonstop lately. Or my L'Oreal Infallible one. No, like I wouldn't pick this over any of those. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I was expecting to like it a little bit more than I do. It's just not blurring, which is like the whole reason I bought it, you know? Lancome bronzer. This is their CE Skin Transforming Bronzer in the shade 01 Fair. I have used this before on my channel, but she was pricey. So I'm gonna use her again. The packaging is cute and adorable. Lancome always kills it with the packaging, and I really like this tone on my skin. It is the fair shade, which like makes sense because I am fair. But yeah, I don't know. I think it just like smooths into my skin very nicely. It doesn't get too patchy even when I put it over a cream bronzer. Just like washes over the skin really nicely. Do you need to buy a $50-something Lancome bronzer? Heck no. There's lots of good drugstore bronzers out there. However, I picked this one up with a gift card from my mom, and I've been enjoying it. I have been. So if you just want to like treat yourself, like it is really nice on the skin. And there's no shimmer to it. It is a complete matte bronzer, but I don't think that it like makes you look flat. Like I do feel like, I mean, yes, I was about to say, I do feel like there's dimension to my face, which like, yes, that's the point of bronzer, but I don't know. It doesn't look like flat or chalky or anything like that, which like for the price tag I would hope for. But yeah, it just kind of like smooths over the skin really nicely. So I've been really enjoying this bronzer lately. That one and the new Givenchy, which I almost used in the this video, but I just showed that one in my last video, which if you did not catch that, I'll have it linked for you. It was my just Sephora haul try on where I tried on my Sephora haul. Wouldn't you guess that? So yeah, I'll have that link for you in case you missed it and you want to check out what I got from Sephora haul and what my thoughts are applying them. Next up for highlight, we're going to do that before blush. I'm going to use my Nabla Ozone Skin Glazing Glass Finish Glow Powder in the shade Ozone. I used to be obsessed with this. Like, you can't even see the embossing anymore. That's how much I used it a while ago at this point, probably like a year or two ago. I feel like now it's a little intense for me. And also all I want to use is my Dior Quad in Universal. That's like the only highlight I really use anymore. Oh, but she's pretty. Oh yeah. I mean, she's blinding. You can see you from space with this highlighter on, but ooh, oh, I forget. I remember why I like this highlight. Look at the little tip on the nose. Oh, that's cute. Am I getting back into highlight, guys? I don't know, but this is really pretty. Okay, I'm glad I used that today and like remembered why I liked it. Blush. Laura Mercier is known for their blushes. Like, these are pretty popular blushes that have been around for a very long time, but I've never tried them. I've never tried them out. So this is the shade Strawberry. Like I said, we're going to try it out today. It was sent to me in PR very kindly from Laura Mercier. I mean, I think I told you everything that was sent to me in PR. Everything that was up on this dresser back here, when I picked from it, all that was PR, just so you know. I like to let you know what I got in PR and what I bought with my own money. But this shade, like, that is screaming springtime to me, which I know we're in the dead of winter. It's December 1st when I am filming this, but I think it's going to be really pretty. So let's give her a go. Ooh, okay. It's already showing up on just one light little layer. Stop. That's pretty. That's making me feel really girly. I don't love a matte blush. I said that earlier, and it's still true. My feelings did not change within the last like half an hour when I said that, but this is really pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna add more. You can always add a blush topper or a glowy blush that you do like on top of a matte blush. So that way you can get the shade of the matte blush, but then add the little bit of glow that you're wanting. That's really pretty. I like that shade. I actually don't think it's too springy. I mean, it's definitely like a pink, springy, pretty blush, but I don't think it's too springy to where I wouldn't wear it right now in the winter. You know, I've been obsessed with this stuff, you guys. The Maybelline Super Lock Tinted Brow Glue, and this is in the shade 257 Medium Brown. I have been a e.l.f. Wow Brow girly for years at this point, because it's just a really nice tinted brow gel that just gives me a little something something in my brows. If you can see, I already have naturally like decent brows. Like, they're thicker, they're darker. I really don't need to fill them in my opinion. That's what I like about e.l.f. Wow Brow, is it just fills in this front part here where I need it and just like fluffs up the rest of my brows. However, it doesn't stay very well. So this stuff does exactly what e.l.f. Wow Brow does, in the sense of making my brows look bushy and thick, which is what I want, but it stays. It is a little goopy. A lot comes off on the not the doe foot, this isn't a doe foot, on the spiral, on the brush, the wand. A lot comes off, so you got to be careful. I do end up like scraping quite a bit off, but then I just apply it like a brow gel, you know, like any other brow gel. And it does exactly what the Wow Brow does, where it dispenses a little bit of color here in the front, but then it makes them look fluffy. But the best thing about this is just it holds really, really well. I mean, it's literally called the Super Lock Tinted Brow Glue. And yeah, it's definitely pretty gluey. But in a good way, not in like a crunchy. I mean, it's kind of crunchy. If you don't like a crunchy brow that's gonna like stay in place, like I gotta scrub my brows at the end of the day to get this stuff off with my makeup remover. I'm okay with that though. That doesn't bother me, because they do last like all day long. They stay, they don't fall down when I like take my shirt off and stuff. And that never really bothered me about e.l.f. Wow Brow until I started using this, and I was like, oh, like that's what it means to have like brows that don't move. It's really nice to not have to like worry about that throughout the day, you know? I've been really loving this stuff like a lot. Okay, gonna reach back in the palette to finish off my lower lash line. I'm just gonna mix this one with this one. More of the lighter shade than the darker shade. I feel like that looks too warm on my lower lash line. I haven't really been loving how eyeshadow looks on my lower lash line the past like couple of months though, so maybe that's like more of a me thing than, I don't know, I just feel like I can't blend it out well. Whatever, mascara will help. And then for my inner corner, I'm gonna try out this one. I think it might be a little dark. We're gonna try it out. It works. It's a little dark. Yeah, it's definitely a little dark. Yeah, I would not do this again. I definitely need something a little bit lighter for my personal inner corner for the sake of the video. Wow, I'm really behind on this mascara, guys. I have like a little pamphlet that came with it, and it says available on Sephora on July 30th. So I'm just a couple months behind trying this out. But anyways, it's the Kosas I was gonna say new, but it's not new anymore. The Kosas Soul Gazer Mascara. Lengthening mascara with lash boosting peptide serum in one. So it's supposed to be like a mascara, but then also the peptide. After it says 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use, you're going to see visibly longer, fuller bare lashes. I don't know if I'm gonna be the one to test that out, but you know, we'll see. It's supposed to coat and lengthen every lash, separate and define for a fluffy look. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Let's open it up and look at the wand. I haven't even done that yet. Ooh, okay. So it's got a spiky wand, like a plasticky bristle wand, which I do like. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. I don't have high hopes for this, only because I really only like one mascara right now, the Clio Kill Lash Mascara, but it just makes my lashes look so good that anything else I try, I haven't enjoyed. It is in a black shade, not brown, which is fine. I don't know if they have this in brown. I do like how it's gripping the lashes. Like, I really feel like it's gripping onto them and getting like every single one. It's good to like feel it like grip on. I'm gonna stop there because I feel like if I keep going, it's gonna get clumpy, which I do not want. I mean, who wants clumpy lashes? I don't know. Maybe some people like that look. Yeah, it's already falling, you guys. This is why I don't like any other mascara but the Clio Kill Lash. It's like already falling. Like it's not holding my curl at all. At first I thought it was, and I did load it up, but like, I mean, I do that with every mascara I try, you know? But I don't know. Like at first it looks nice and it's holding the curl, but then after a minute or two, it like falls. Maybe I need to let it dry and recurl my lashes. I know some people do that. I usually don't because I don't have to with the Clio Kill Lash. It just holds my curl and I don't have to worry about it. This one you have to be careful though. Yeah, you have to be careful. It can get clumpy pretty easily. I mean, it's clumping a little bit already. Nothing terrible, but it's not like the clumpiest mascara I've ever tried. But it is getting a little clumpy on me. Yeah, it's just not holding a curl. It's a bummer. Like my lashes are starting to stick straight out, which is what they do. That's what they do. And that's what they've always done. I never experienced that really like curled, lifted look with a mascara until I tried the Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara Long Curling. Like this is the only mascara that holds a dang curl. Yeah, look, it's already falling. Okay, well, this is what the Soul Gazer mascara looks like on my lashes. I mean, they made them look long and full, which I do enjoy that, but it did get a little clumpy and they are falling, which is a bummer. I just can't do that. I just am not going to do that because I don't need to because I have this that holds my curl, you know what I mean? I think if you have normal lashes that don't stick straight out or that do actually hold a curl, you might like this. Okay, for lippies, first we're going to start off with the Reveal Beauty, the Soft Definition Longwear Lip Liner, and this I picked up the shade Fig. This is like a newer launch for them, and I love their Effortless lipstick so much that I was excited to try out a lip liner that came from them. So let's go ahead and do a little swatch. Ooh, okay, I like that. It looks exactly like every other pink lip liner that I own, but you know, that's okay. That is what I wanted. It says Longwear Lip Liner, so I have high hopes. Ooh, it's glidey. It is one that you have to sharpen, so keep that in mind if you don't like that. I don't love that, but it's okay. Ooh, I like that shade. It's a little bit deeper of a pink than I normally go, but I like it. It is really glidey, but it was easy to control though. It wasn't too glidey where I like glided everywhere. Glid, that's not a word. But yeah, I like this. Did I need it? No. It looks like every other lip liner I own, but that's okay. And then their Effortless lips I love so much. I've, like I said, gone through almost gone through two of the Lily shades. I also have 3 other shades besides Lily, but then I saw this Daisy shade, which is supposed to be, I don't know, like a really pretty, like pinky sort of shade, I think. Oh. Ooh, that's way peachier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know how I'm going to like this. Let's try. Okay, I don't like dislike that, mainly because it just kind of took on the color of the lip liner, but on its own, I feel like this might be too light for me. May have to be one that I have to wear with lip liner, which kind of defeats the purpose of like the Effortless lip, in the sense that like my other shades I have, I don't have to wear with lip liner. I can just apply them and go. Regardless of like not knowing if I love the shade so much, the formulation on these are amazing. Like they are so comfortable. They don't emphasize any lines on your lips. They last for a while. They have a good pigmentation where there is color there, but it's not too much where you look clowny. Like I wear the Lily shade by itself without any other makeup all of the time. It's just like my lips but better, and it just gives me a little something, a little definition on the lips, and I really, really love this formulation. I feel like it's underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it, and it is good. Not sure how I feel about this Daisy shade, but the formulation, chef's kiss. Okay, last but not least, the NYX The Face Glue. Setting spray. Okay, this supposedly has maple syrup in it, which is supposed to like make it sticky and make like your makeup last for a very long time when you wear it. It says to shake well. I don't love the sprayer. It's not the best. It's kind of jets out at you a little bit and leaves dots on your face. So just be forewarned with that. Oh yeah, it's aggressive. That is an aggressive sprayer. Wow. I forgot. I haven't used this in like a couple weeks. With setting sprays, I usually love to take my sponge and take the backside of it and lightly press on the setting spray just to really meld it into the skin. You cannot do that with this because it is sticky, because it has the maple syrup in it as the ingredient. It lifts your foundation underneath when you do that, so don't do that. If you are someone who wants to try this and you like that technique, I do that with every other setting spray. And I did it a couple times with this one and I realized, oh, it is completely taking up my foundation. I hate that. So another warning for you, the sprayer is intense and don't dab it with your sponge. But you can see there is like some dots. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. There are some dots. It does give a little glow to your skin, but it doesn't really super change the finish of it. So that's nice. I do think this does help my makeup last longer. Like I do think it's a good setting spray. However, I would still prefer the Charlotte Tilbury one over this one any day. So if it's on sale and you see it and you've been wanting to try it, I say pick it up. It's a nice setting spray. I'm gonna use it up, but just be forewarned, like it's kind of sticky. And that was it, you guys. That was a little shop my stash with me while also trying some new products that have been sitting up there for months that I've really been yearning to try. So I'm glad I was able to try them on camera for you guys. Overall, I like how this look turned out. I think it's nice. If I like had anywhere to go other than pick up my daughter from the babysitter, I would feel confident in this makeup. I think it looks pretty. I don't think really anything is a necessity, like the mascara, the eyeshadow, the foundation, you know, the concealer, you know, I don't know. I'm about to keep you updated on a lot of these products. I will say that. Overall, I do like how my makeup turned out. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.